right, everyone, here we are with Wkhs, Workhorse Group Inc. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all my first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to my channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all my subscribers, welcome back, and let's jump into this chart. But as we jump into this chart, I want to announce in the description down below, when you guys are done watching this video, take a look at the link that I've posted. I've launched my website. It's going live. There's going to be stock picks there, weekly, daily, monthly stock picks to watch, and also there will be other information on investing and finance. So I'm really glad to announce it. Check it out. The link is going to be down below. Now, here we are with Wkhs in a downward trend. I mean, this big drop has happened in the aftermarket hours. It's hanging out right now at 1994, 1996, give or take, post-market, and it was at 25.23 before this drop. So that's the price it was at 4 p.m. And then from that point forward, we have seen this fall in the last 2 hours. Now, Workhorse was in a bullish trajectory. It had reached close to the recent highs that it had hit months ago, up at 31 and the $30 mark. But it got rejected fairly fast at 30.30, and from that point forward, it started to fall. And now it's taken a steep hit. Now, the lowest point in this whole trajectory was 15.14. If that gets broken through, we will start to see newer support levels. So we need to watch this closely. Now, since this is so broad from our support to our resistance, we're going to have to make a midway point. So I want every single investor to be aware that I'm going to place this as a resistance and then our true resistance and our 50-day moving average. So yeah, we've been in bearish trajectory and now Workhorse took a big hit. What is it for us to expect? Well, if this breaks through support, our next support level would be down here at 1856. If you want to round it down to 1850, you're more than welcome to, but down at that point is our next support level. If the support level that we're currently looking at gets broken through, because we're currently at 1995. Now, where is this midway point going to land? It's actually going to land right here on the highest point of this candlestick before it continued to fall. So here we are looking at our true resistance. This is our resistance level. It's the highest point before the fall, and that's 26.13. And the 50-day moving average is 25.84. As long as we're below 25.84, we're in bearish territory. So if we can break through 26.13, two things have been accomplished. The 50-day moving average has been broken through and resistance, and we're back into bullish territory. So it's going to be very important to keep these numbers in mind, but it's a far stretch. So I'm narrowing it down to this point down here as our first resistance, which we're going to look at in just a moment. So what's our support level? Our support level is 1975. If that gets broken through, this could be on its way down to newer lows, newer support levels, and pulling further away from the 50-day moving average in a downward direction. I mean, the bears have already dominated this. Breaking through support of 1975 just means they're dominating it much more and pulling it down fairly fast and quickly. So it's going to be super important to keep that in mind and pay very close attention to these numbers. Now, on the other hand, we have our resistance level. And this is the one that I would use as a resistance. This is our true resistance up here at 26.13. But since it's such a broad stretch, I personally would use this one, and I want to advise everyone to use it. It's optional, but 22.98. 22.98 is the midway point from our resistance up here and our support down here, and it's pretty still much a broad stretch, but it kind of narrows it down just a bit. Now, if 22.98 does get broken through, it does not signify that the bulls are guaranteed to gain control, or it doesn't signify that they've even gained leverage. We're still in bearish territory. They need to break through the 50-day moving average of 25.84 to start gaining leverage in bullish territory and break through resistance up here at 26.13. But 22.98 is a good sense of an indicator for us investors on where this is going, because if 22.98 gets broken through, that means that the stock has turned around and it's working its way back up. Now, it does not mean that because this got broken through, it's going to continue. We need to watch it closely how it hangs out in this area. Or does it do a staircase effect to continue working its way up? We need to pay close attention to all those indicators and all those cues. But this is a good point of reference to have an idea where this is going and if it's going upwards, and are the bulls getting closer to their goal, which is the 50-day moving average. So 22.98 needs to be broken through and turn into a support for the bulls to start to work their way up. And again, it does not signify that they've gained control and that they're guaranteed to get back into bullish territory. This is just an indicator to let us know where the stock is going, and it's optional to use. Once again, if our support down here at 1975 gets broken through, your next point of reference would be down here at 1856. If you want to round it down to 1850, you're more than welcome to, as your next support between the current support level and 1856 to see how the stock is reacting and how quickly is it moving to newer lows, or are the bulls trying to reappear. As always, if you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community, and don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watched this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money. At the end of this video, there's going to be a pop-up video, and in that video, I will be discussing about the S&P 500 index and how it's been rising several points on scheduled dates. As you see here on the graph, these circles are the dates that the pumps have happened, and I use them as examples to show you guys how much the stocks have risen, and the S&P 500 index rose on those dates. And the reason why it's rising is due to the fact that the Federal Reserve is pumping the markets. On these dates, the charts and the dates speak for themselves, as we can see it here, and I break it down into more detail in the video. But just to summarize it, on these dates, the S&P 500 rises, and there's individual ticker symbols rising up with it, anywhere from 30 cents to $3 per share. I know it may not seem like a lot, but per share that does add up, and these individual ticker symbols are giving you back profits. These are profits, and like I always say, profits are profits. Whether it's $1 put into the market and you get back $2, you've put in an initial investment and you got back more than what you started with. That's what it's all about. And also in the video, I go into further detail showing you guys these dates and showing you how much it rose. Like, for example, this was one of the last pump dates, and the lowest point that it reached was down here at 35.11, and the highest point reached was 35.57. That's like a 40-point jump. And here we're seeing the same thing. It went down to 35.88, and it rose up to about, I'd say, let's see, this is all still in the same day. It rose up to about a total amount of 36.23. When you do the math, that's almost a 40 to 50 point jump, and there's individual ticker symbols rising up with this. Now, I'm not there to guarantee you profits. I'm not there to tell you to buy, sell, or hold anything in particular. I'm just here to inform every single investor on the great news, on the opportunity to maximize profits and minimize losses. You have to do your due diligence and research, but these charts and the dates speak for themselves. I mean, this was probably one of the largest jumps that I've seen in the last couple of pumps, and it was down here at 33.02, and it rose up to about 33.88. That was an 80-point jump. There was probably ticker symbols rising up more than $3 per share on those dates. And even on these dates, there's individual ticker symbols rising more than $3 per share. Check it out, see for yourselves, and my best advice is look for ticker symbols that may be resembling the behavior of the S&P 500 index, and you'll be able to go ahead and give it a shot. Check it out. Again, I'm not there to tell you to buy, sell, or hold anything in particular. I'm not there to guarantee you profits. I'm just here to go ahead and share the information along with every single viewer and investor. The video should be popping up soon. If you haven't seen it already, pop up. There is the link down below in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.